Hello and welcome. My name is Viviana Guzman, reporting for the Flute View magazine. And today, my special guest is Wouter Kellerman. He is the 2015, is that right? Grammy nominee for Best New Age Album. Welcome, Wouter Kellerman.
Thank you, Viviana. Nice chatting.
It's nice to see you, and thank you for taking the time this afternoon for talking with me before the big day, which is just in a couple days.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Very exciting.
It's amazing. Well, tell us now, I know you're from South Africa. Tell us
Yeah,
how this album came about and who your partner is, Ricky Cage. Tell us a little bit about
yeah.
the background of the album.
Yeah, Ricky, he was actually, he contacted me on the online, and he's an Indian producer, and he was looking to add some flute to one of his tracks, and
Huh.
he sent me this track. It was so incredibly beautiful that I spent really a good amount of time to send him something equally beautiful back, and he
Mm.
really liked that.
Uh-huh.
And then we started chatting, and we realized that Mahatma Gandhi spent 20 years of his life in South Africa and developed his ideas, political ideas of peaceful resistance in South Africa, and that Nelson Mandela was very influenced by those ideas.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to write two songs, one for Nelson Mandela and one for Mahatma Gandhi, and it's based on their ideals of peace and tolerance.
Oh, wow.
And we really enjoyed working together so much that we just carried on, and 2 years later we had a whole album ready. We released it in last year, in July last year, and it was just an amazing road. People loved it from the beginning. It was #1 on the Billboard charts in the US,
Beautiful.
and #1 on the radio charts as well, the New Age radio charts, ZMR
Uh-huh.
charts, and now the Grammy nomination is just an amazing, you know, yeah, incredible. So yeah, but it was really quite an easy process. We really loved working together, and we started off small, but it became an epic project involving 120 musicians on 5 continents.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it became pretty big, and we just sort of it was a natural sort of a roller coaster that sort of just kept on rolling,
Uh-huh.
and we just loved working together, and I think we'll do some more work in the future.
Oh, awesome. And the album is called Winds of Samsara. How did you come up
Yeah.
with that title?
Well, samsara is the cycle of life, and
Ah,
that's sort of what we were thinking about when we were writing the songs for Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi. And winds is to do with the flute player and fluting,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, so that's how we came up with the title.
Aside from being a flutist, though, you're a producer as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, I co-produced the album with Ricky. I always co-produce my own albums because I get very involved and I'm really fussy about things. So, and it takes me forever to be happy with something. So I end up, doing a lot of work on it. So I co-produced it and we both mixed it together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's basically a 50-50 partnership. And the flute plays is the solo instrument. It's the
Uh-huh.
main instrument on the album,
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed your other albums that when I met you at NFA, you gave me your other albums, and I just love them. And this,
Okay.
the latest one is just such a joy to see that it's getting the recognition now, So
Yeah,
it's, how does it,
yeah.
when did you find out about the Grammy nomination, and how do you feel about the whole thing?
Well, for a foreigner to be nominated for a Grammy is a very unlikely event because the Grammys are nominated by your peers, and the voting members are all in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So and they get overwhelmed with options to vote for. So if they don't know about you, they won't even listen to your album. So it's quite very hard. So it's a big surprise to us. And now, we found out on the 5th of December when they were announcing it, and we were just so But we knew that we might have a chance because of the sales and radio record that we had this year, last year. So, we thought we might be in with a small chance. So we're really excited that that actually came through.
Well, I voted for you, so.
Wow, thank you. Amazing.
But
Yeah.
I know that you did a tour beforehand. Weren't you on tour? Like, I think you played in Carnegie Hall, and then you were in LA at the Grammy Hall or something. Tell us about that.
Yeah. I played the Grammy Museum in LA, which is a beautiful, beautiful venue to play in. And then played Carnegie Hall after that. And that was really a treat. That was just a dream come true for me. I always wanted to perform there. And, it's just so many famous people and beautiful musicians have performed there. Yeah. So just to be sort of walking on that stage was really an amazing feeling. And I had my South African band with me, and we just loved playing there. And they invited us back to play there again, 9th of October this year. And this time we played in the recital hall last year, and now we're playing the bigger hall this year. Awesome. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
And so we were very worried about how the American public would sort of process the music that we created in South Africa and in India, and but people love it. Somehow they love that, the roots music that I make. My previous albums were more world music albums. They have very strong African and even Irish flamenco tango influences. But this new album is South African and Indian, and it's more peaceful. It's more. That's why it's in the new age category.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we all wish you all the best. We'll be watching for you on February 8th. And do you have any parting remarks that you'd like to share with our viewers?
No, just that I think the Flute, should be taking a more prominent role in recorded music, and that we could. It's such a beautiful instrument, so versatile, can make so many different colors, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I just like to encourage people to get involved in all kinds of different music and enjoy recording.
Right. Yeah. I always feel that the flute, well, as Rumi said, is the breath of God. And that statement right there says it all.
Exactly. It's so, it's the closest you can get to speaking or singing.
Yes.
And you use your breath. It's very personal. People can relate to it. They can feel it. When you listen to flute music, you feel something. So it's really a great way to reach people. And,
Yeah. Well, thank you, Wouter, so much for speaking with us today. This has been Viviana Guzman for the Flute View magazine with Grammy nominee Wouter Kellerman. We'll see you on February 8th. All the best.
Thanks, Viviana. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.